Okay, so basically I've just set up a palette on a plate, and it is locked down, so we don't really have access to everything. My local color is going to be brown. Actually, I'm going to this for this demo. I'm going to be doing a blue stone. So my local color will be blue. I'll be using blues and browns as a cool neutral color for the shadows, and I'll have a white highlight. So I'll just move my palette to the side. Here is my work, and I'm going to use this one for the blue. Got water. Remember, you need water, tissues, and then these colors. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit because I don't want it to be too dirty. And that's the blue that I've got, but that's way too dark. So I'm going to bring in a little bit of white into it so I can get a much more neutral, a lighter tint of the blue. You know what? That color blue is not going to work. I'm going to go for grab more of a turquoise. Grabbing that from my stash. I'm going to need some more of this French ultramarine. Right now I'm just adding a turquoise, and then I'm going to add, on my palette, I'm not going to add the blue where all the white is. So that's a blue. It looks like a dark, like a black, but it's actually a dark blue. And then there's the turquoise. So my first layer is going to be with the turquoise. That's going to be my local color. So just make sure my brush is nice and clean. I want there to be water on it, and then I want to thin it out quite substantially. That's about right. Come here. This layer needs to happen quite quickly because I need to get in there and work white into my highlights while my turquoise is still wet. Dry my brush, and I'm just going to thin out this area here a little bit. Depending on how light I want it, I can mix white with the turquoise, but I'm going to go straight in here with white. Put that down in my highlighted area. Dry my brush and blend the edges. I'm going to do another layer for my highlights. I want to just get this really nice and blue. Blending that in there. I'm going to put a little bit of blue on my brush just so that I can mix this in so it's not all this baby blue. Okay, quite happy with that. Put a tiny little dot of white over there for my highlighted area. Dry my brush, smooth this out, blend my edges. Good, I'm happy with that. Now I want to work a shadow in here. So I'm going to take some of this blue, put it down here, take a little bit of brown. I want to neutralize that blue. Some water. And the contrast between the blue and the turquoise is a little bit too much. So I'm going to bring a little bit of that turquoise in there. Touch more water. And I'll see how that works. I think that's going to work. Put that down, just into my shadows. It's a beautiful blue. Bring that there. Dry my brush. Blend the edges. Dry the brush, blend the edges. Okay, I'm going to need to bring a little bit more turquoise into this area. More turquoise into this area. And I always try to add fat over thin. So what that means is if I'm going to put undiluted paint onto the diluted paint so that it's just going to flow nicely and blend beautifully, and it's all going to work. When you're working with oil paint, you have to do that. You have to work with fat into thin, or you'll get cracks and blooms in your work. You have to put a little bit of white and beige, a little bit of white and white and here just to finish that edge nicely. Dry my brush, bring it here, and then you just sort of play with it a little bit, just to massage in the right colors and maybe some textures. I know that the turquoise stones are kind of bumpy stones, so I'm going to use that approach in this layer as well. And there we go. That's how you do it.